Hello everyone, welcome to Formula Story. Well, I've seen a lot of people struggling with problems based on time and work. So in this video, I'll be discussing a really efficient method based on LCM, which will help you all to solve all problems on time and work without much hesitation. So let's begin. Now let's look at this basic example which says P can do a work in 12 hours and Q can do the same work in 18 hours. How much time in all do they take to complete the work? See, P is taking 12 hours, Q is taking 18 hours. So in this method, what you have to do is find the LCM of 12 and 18, which is 36, right? So 36 we'll assume as our total work. Okay, 36 we'll assume as our total work. Now we have to find the rate of work which is given by this total work divided by the time taken by each. So the rate R of P is given by 36 by 12, which is 3 units per hour, meaning P can do 3 units of work per hour. Now the rate of Q is given by 36 by 18, which is 2 units per hour. Now according to the question, they are working together, right? So together they can finish 5 units per hour, which is 3 plus 2. Alright, now we'll use the basic unitary method. If P and Q together can complete 5 units in 1 hour, then our total work, which is 36, how much time will they take to complete 36 units? Well, that's 36 by 5, which is 7.2 hours. I know you all might think that there is a shortcut for this question which says the total time taken by P and Q is 12 into 18 upon 12 plus 18. I know that too. But let's look at another sum and see if you can use that shortcut. Now let's look at this sum. P can do a work in 12 hours and Q can do the same work in 18 hours. P started the work and Q joined him after 6 hours. How much time in all do they take to complete the work? Now in this sum, can you use that shortcut which is AB upon A plus B? No, you cannot, because of the slight variation in the question. See, shortcuts tend to be useful only when the question is structured in a particular manner. But when there is slight variation in the question asked, you cannot use the shortcut. It is when this LCM method comes in handy. So let's look at this method. Let me take my pen. Yeah. So as we discussed in the previous sum, first we find the LCM of the time taken by each. So time taken by P is 12 and time taken by Q is 18. So the LCM of 12 and 18 will be 36. Right? This will be our total work. 36 units will be our total work. Okay, next what do? We find the rate of work of each P and Q. Rate of P is given by this total work divided by the time taken by P. So 36 by 12, which will be 3 units per hour. Units per hour is the unit of rate. Now the rate of Q is 2 units per hour, which is given by 36 by 18. So when they work together, they can complete 5 units in 1 hour, right? But see, in the question it's given, P started the work and Q joined him after 6 hours, which means P alone did the work for 6 hours. So P can do 3 units in 1 hour, then in 6 hours he can do 18 units of work, right? So P alone did 18 units of work in 6 hours. So now the remaining work is 36 minus 18 units, which is 18 units of work is remaining, right? Now this remaining 18 units is completed by P and Q together. So see, P and Q together can complete 5 units of work in 1 hour. So now the remaining 18 units can be completed in how much time? It's given by 18 by 5, which is equal to 3.6 hours. So P alone did the work for 6 hours, and after that the remaining work was completed by P and Q together in 3.6 hours. So the total time T is given by 6 plus 3.6, which is 9.6 hours. As simple as that. See, in this sum, all we had to do was find the LCM of 12 and 18, which was the time given, and that we assume as our total work. After that, we find the rate of each person, rate of P and rate of Q. And since it was given that P worked alone for 6 hours, we found the unit of work that P completed in 6 hours, which was 18 units. And then the remaining amount of work was done by P and Q together, and that took 3.6 hours. So we got the total time as 6 hours plus 3.6 hours, which was 9.6 hours. So let's look at another example. Now let's look at this sum. P can do a work in 12 days and Q can do the same work in 16 days. If they, this is they, work on alternate days, then in how many days will the work get completed? See, our first step is to find the LCM of the time given. The time given are 12 days and 16 days. So the LCM will be 48, right? So this 48 units we'll assume to be our total work, right? 48 units is our total work. Then we find the rate of each. Rate of P is given by the total work, which is 48 units, divided by the time taken by P, which is 12 days. So 48 by 12 is 4 units per day. This time it's units per day because the unit of time is day, right? So the rate of Q will be given by 48, which is the total work, divided by the time taken by Q. So 48 by 16 is 3 units per day. See, now in the question it's given that they work on alternate days, right? So P will work on the first day, then Q will work on the second day, P will work on the third day, then Q will work on the fourth day, and so on till they complete the work. So which means that in 2 days time they'll be completing 7 units of work. So 7 units of work will be completed in 2 days time, right? So let's reach as close to 48 as possible. So 7 units of work is in 2 days. What is a number which is lesser than 48 and is a multiple of 7? That's 42, right? So they'll be able to complete 42 units of work in 12 days, right? See, because you multiplied 7 by 6 to get 42, similarly you will multiply 2 days by 6 to get 12 days. So 42 units of work is completed. Now next is the turn of P to do the work, right? So P will complete 4 units in the next day. So on the 13th day, P will complete another 4 units, so which will be 46 units, right? So by the time it's 13 days, we have completed 46 units of work. Now total work was 48 units. So how many units of work is left? 2 units. And now it's the turn of Q. So 2 units of work is left and it's the turn of Q, right? So Q can complete 3 units of work in 1 day. Q can complete 3 units of work in 1 day. Then how much time will it take to complete 2 units of work? It will be 2 by 3, 2/3 of a day, right? So the total time is given by 13 days for this 46 units, and for the remaining 2 units 2/3 of a day. So total time T will be equal to 13 2 by 3. See, in this question we started off in the similar manner as we did in the previous sum. We found the LCM of 12 and 16, which came out to be 48 units. Then we found the rate of P and the rate of Q. But see, in the question there was a minor variation which said the work is done by them on alternate days. That is, P works on first day, Q on second, P on third, Q on fourth, and so on. So which means they'll complete 7 units of work in 2 days. P finishes 4 units on the first day and 3 units on the Q completes 3 units on the second day. So together they'll complete 7 units of work in 2 days time. So we'll reach as close to 48 as possible, which was 42 units of work, right? So 7 into 6 gave me 42 units of work. So I multiply this 2 days also by 6, which is 12. So 42 units of work will be completed by P and Q working alternately in 12 days. Now next, on the 13th day, it will be the turn of P to do the work. So he can do 4 units in 1 day, right? So on the 13th day, we'll be done with 42 plus another 4 units, which is 46 units of work, right? So now we are done with 46 units and our total work was 48 units. So 48 minus 46 is 2 units. Now is the turn of Q. So if Q can complete 3 units of work in 1 day, 3 units of work in 1 day, then how much time will it take to complete 2 units of work? Using unitary method, we get that as 2/3 of a day. So our total time will be 13 days for this 46 units and 2/3 of a day for the remaining 2 units. So total time is 13 2 by 3 days.
See, since I am explaining all this sum, I am taking more time to solve it. Like once you are through with this method, you will be able to solve such sums in like less than 30 seconds. So I would highly recommend you all to solve a few sums using this LCM method, and you all will see that you all can solve sums based on time and work in a really fast manner, and you all won't have any doubt in your mind before starting off with a sum. So that's it people. I will come up with more interesting videos. Till then, do like my video and subscribe to my channel, and also post your valuable feedback so that I can improve at my upcoming videos. Thank you.